Next on Taiwan Made, a look inside Taiwan's booming luxury bike industry. Cycling is a sport on the rise in Taiwan. Today, Taiwanese bike builders are churning out custom models worth thousands of dollars apiece. Turn back the clock 30 years, though, to a time when Taiwan was the hub of the global low-to-mid market bicycle industry. A time when Taiwanese manufacturers were exporting tens of millions worth of far cheaper bikes per year. Some of the people populating Taiwan's luxury bike scene today have been there since those early times.
我从小就开始骑脚踏车了哈，那从我小学2年级学会骑脚踏车之后，我就突然发现说这个世界变得比较小了。啊，我在大学的时候，那时候台湾事实上还没有太多人骑车的那个年代，事实上我就已经环岛过了。在1980年代的时候，那个时候曾经台湾出口可以到达1000万辆的脚踏车。那在那个飞黄腾达的年代里面啊，台湾基本上是掌握了全世界的这个自行车的生产。
As any bike maker will tell you, it's the frame that is the soul of the bike. Here at a factory in central Taiwan, the frame is manufactured using titanium and stainless steel tubing, which first has to be strengthened and slimmed down.
抽管基本上就是它挤压过去之后呢，就会让我们的这个管壁的这个厚薄在里面的分布会改变。那它的目的，一个可以达到让它的管子变强，因为它的致密度会更好。那第二个呢，就是该薄的地方让它薄，该厚的地方让它厚。那这样子的话，我们可以省一些的重量。
The multiple pieces that will form the diamond shape of the frame are cut and then inspected before the team begins the task of putting them together. Each frame is comprised of 7 separate tubes. The tubes are compared to the 1-to-1 scale plans before they move along to mass production. The hollow tubes are then measured, cut, and mitered to the right dimensions. Then they're almost ready to be joined together.
下一个动作就是要想办法让每一只管子能够结合在一起。所以下一个步骤呢，就是切口。
The tubes have to be tapered and shaped to different designs and lengths. As the temperature of the flame can reach up to nearly 1,000 degrees Celsius, water is continuously pumped over the metal to keep it cool. Once the welding's done, it's a simple sight test to see if the different parts of the frame will indeed fit together. It's a highly precise process, getting all the different frame components to the right gauge, length, and cut. Here, the shape and surface of the head tubes are modified in a CNC machine. To stop oxidization from happening, the titanium gets a high heat treatment in a vacuum, further amplifying the already Herculean strength of the material. Before the components of the frame are welded, an HPHT processor strengthens the frame. Then it's time for expert welders to put all the pieces together. First, guides for the derailleur cables are spot welded on. The tubes are then aligned in devices known as jigs so that they can be precision welded, and the familiar diamond shape begins to emerge. All in all, welding a frame takes about 40 minutes to complete. The frame is almost good to go, but it still needs a bit of refinement.
焊接的过程事实上会造成管件的所谓的变形，所以这些地方呢，我们都要想办法把它整修回来。
Portions of the frame where threads will be put in are prepped using a brush. Then the threads are cut into the inside of the frame by turning a tool in a clockwise motion. Once the threads are in, any excess metal or flux left over from the welding process is cleaned off with an acid solution and by washing and grinding any rough edges until they're smooth. The finished frames are then hung out to cool off. Before they move on, the team has to make sure the frame can withstand the rigors of hard riding.
一个车架在完成之后呢，那我们会把它拿到这边来做水平疲劳测试。水平疲劳测试的目的就是在模拟一个车子在骑乘的过程中，那它的头管所承受的这个力道。那以国际的规范就是10万下，那600牛顿的力。
After the frames have had a chance to cool down and get tested, further alignments are made, and then an undercoat gets the painting process underway.
那事实上，钛合金它因为上面做了拉丝或者做了这个抛光，好，所以你要上色的时候，你要想办法让它的能够附着。那我们在最底层先上一个附着率非常高的这种的精油。
The custom paint job is aided by the use of stickers that give the bike its unique graphic designs.
我们的图案呢，我们是用所谓的遮漆标，或是在业界来讲是所谓的 R 胶，用电脑割字割出来之后，一片一片把它挑掉不要的地方之后呢，再把它贴在上面去。贴到上面去，那我们再来做后面的烤漆的动作。
Paint is applied to the surface of the frame by hand spraying, not only to make it look good, but also for protection. The decal strips are then removed to reveal the frame's custom artistic design. Then the shiny-looking frame gets a rub down to get it looking its glossiest. Finally, a bit of lacquer is applied to ensure the longest life possible for the frame. And at last, the finished frames are hung up to dry for 30 minutes at a strictly controlled temperature of 80 degrees Celsius. After drying, the frames get a once-over from a buffer to make sure everything is perfectly smooth and aerodynamic. Then it's time to start putting on the components. First, the cranksets are installed. The bottom bracket goes on. A quick spin test confirms that everything is properly aligned before the chain is put on. The bike's 11 gears have to fit within just 5 centimeters of space. If any of them are out of position by even a fraction of a millimeter, there will be friction and unwanted noise. Next, the forks are attached, and the handlebars are bolted to the bicycle stem, which is then fitted into the head tube. This is followed by the addition of the front wheel by way of an axle, which is tightened with a quick-release skewer. The bike is now nearing completion. It comes down off the rack so the seat post and saddle can be clamped into position. And finally, this luxury Taiwan-made piece of precision engineering is ready to tackle any challenge the world's racetracks and roadways might throw its way.